doing all? Welcome home to SuperMex Nation, the voice of Mexican America, coming live at you right-hearted and difficult.
Back home in Michigan, and it tastes like Jack when I'm kissing him. So I told him that I never really liked his friends. Now he's gone and he's calling me a bitch again.
Good evening, all. Welcome back after your weekend. We are at Wrap-In Monday, but not quite a wrap-up because we're going to doing a topical item today that we've been holding off on for a while. But first of all, I want to welcome you back to SuperMex Nation, voice of Mexican America and your veteran voice in the Valley. A whole bunch of good items for you to fathom and contemplate and internalize. This is what we are. So we've got the item. I think at this point it is the number one socio-political item in the country, if not the world. You might even argue, because we are the place that news derives from and gets out to the rest of the planet. But it is the Mueller report, and we have not treated it up until this point. I wanted to make sure that I did my due diligence and went through 448 pages and read the report for myself, because I did not want to take somebody else's skewed view of what it is and what I'm supposed to understand of it. And I think at this point, I mean, we're weeks now down the road from when the redacted version of the Mueller report was released, and I can say unequivocally, and it doesn't matter which side of the aisle you lie on or which side of the aisle you line up on, but there's no question that it was clearly skewed or interpreted in a variety of ways by a variety of people, and I will say it, to suit their needs or the interest, the needs of their interest. And I that was clear to me. And so in some ways, I'm glad that we did hold off. And by the way, me and my homies here, the brothers, we are regular folk. We live out in the world. We don't do this for a living. We don't have time to just sit down and internalize 448 pages of meat and potatoes and then do research and all the other. We don't have that. We're regular people like you. But we do take our time, and we do put thought and effort into what we put on your program in front of you in the form of a screen and a listen. All right, so I have internalized that 448 pages. I have not come to full conclusion or my deductions on it, but there are definitely some things that are legit and factual, and that's the way we'll treat in our analysis of this initial phase, and it's going to be initial, because 448 pages, and there's absolutely no way that I'm going to be able to go on air with you every single night from now until eternity and go and break down every single item that needs to be listed. I'll say this, and this is my caveat before we get started on this heavy topic tonight. The problem today, America, is that you are extremely unlikely to digest and internalize, synthesize, and try to make heads or tails of 448 pages of meat and potatoes. And ladies and gentlemen, it is definitely heavy. There are items here to be considered. As soon as you read one, there's another and another and another, and you're like, whoa. You have to go back to, your good high school days or your college days, and you got to take notes.